Hey guys, Peter here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new album from Skullfist, Way of the Road, out October 26 on Noise Art Records. This album has 9 tracks, 35 minutes in length. Now this is the band's third full-length studio album and it's been 4 years since they released Chasing the Dream. In those 4 years, a lot of things have happened to the band. But the main reason why the band took 4-year hiatus is that frontman Zach Slaughter had vocal cord surgery. He's back now with the band and he's back with a vengeance. This record, I really believe it was a way for him to exercise his demons, specifically with the lyric aspect of the record. The lyrics on this album really feel like experiences that Zach has gone through in his life during this 4-year period, things that he has seen and things that have happened around him. When you create an album that has that much personal content in it, it's impossible for a listener not to connect to it. We all have had similar experiences, we all have seen similar things. It's easy for us as listeners to connect with the band when they put an album that is this deeply rooted within themselves. From that perspective, it made the songs a lot more enjoyable, understanding where they're coming from and feeling that connection with them. Musically, this album really feels like it's dated to the late 80s, early 90s heavy metal era. It really just feels like an album from that generation. It doesn't feel like an album that's created in 2018. I really like that though. To me, that's not a negative. I really like that era of heavy metal, and listening to this record took me back to that time, to fast riffs, killer riffs, over the top solos, more than one solo in a song, using of the bass, better use of the drums to set up songs. I really like all of these components that we don't see as much in modern day metal, but that were really popular back in that era of the late 80s, early 90s. So for older people like me, this feels like a throwback. For a younger generation, this is perhaps a way for them to learn a new style of creating heavy metal songs. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, I picked 3. I didn't want to pick many from the singles. I picked 1 from the singles, but I didn't want to pick any more than 1 because for those of you that are watching this video before the album comes out, I'm sure you want to hear about songs that you haven't heard yet, not about the ones that are already out. So the one that I picked from the singles was You Belong to Me. That was the first single. And let me start by saying this. I really like the fact that they made this song the first song on the record. From the 3 singles they released, You Belong to Me and No More Running are 1 and 2 on the record. I like that. It allows for the listener to ease itself into the record because the first couple of songs are familiar to you. I really enjoyed that. I always find an easier path to a record when the first couple of songs are the singles. Or at least the first song is the single and then the second single is like track number 5. To me, it gives me a certain comfort level going into the record. Now, You Belong to Me, I love the drums at the start. That was the main thing that captivated me about this track. It was so old school. You don't see a lot of bands starting a track with a killer drum line. You don't see that anymore. I really enjoyed that. I really like that. Then you have a killer riff that comes right after, and then Zach's voice is the perfect partner to that killer guitar riff, and that takes over the whole song. I really love the solos in the song. I feel that they add a lot of melody to the song, and it never compromises on the speed of the song. The solos continue in the same pace as the song has, so they didn't have to slow down the song to introduce the solos. The solos just were completely over the top and continue with the same speed that was there from the beginning once that original guitar riff kicked in. Really love it, and like I said, really throwback vibe to this song. It, not only from a musical perspective, but also from a vocal perspective, this song really feels like a throwback to the late 80s, early 90s heavy metal era. Another one of my favorite songs is Way of the Road, which is the title of the album. This song attracted me because it was very different from that first single, You Belong to Me. This one starts with a killer, groovy bass line, almost reminiscent of Red Hot Chili Peppers. They tend to start some of their songs with very killer, groovy bass lines. They did the same thing with this song. I really like that. I really like that start. It's very different. I wasn't expecting that in this song. And then my next question was, is that bass line gonna stay throughout the song, or are they just gonna make it noticeable in the beginning and then kind of kill it throughout the track? They kept it there. It's not over the top. It's not overshadowing any of the other instruments or the lead singer. It's still there. You can still hear it. Still in the background. But as long as it's there, I really enjoy it. I really like the bass line. It just adds a little bit more heaviness to the song, if you will. And I like the fact that they kept it. Zach's howling pitches, howling vocals makes this track even more awesome. Then another key component is the chorus. In the chorus, what they did is, besides Zach singing with a very high-pitched voice, They added multiple tracks to make the almost feel like there was a choir behind him or a sense of an echo behind him, singing a line, right? So what that created was it created a chorus that had a lot of volume, that had a lot of thickness. Having said that, this is a song that perhaps will work better in a live setting because I can see the audience singing those lines along with Zach. So I think, to me, this is a song, while absolutely incredible in the studio, I really love this song. I love the dynamic that it has. I believe this song is going to be even greater in a live setting because that chorus really calls for the audience to sing along with the singer at that time, and I think that's going to add so much volume. It's going to add so much greatness to the song. To me, this is one that I would be dying to listen to in a live setting. Last but not least, the last song for this review is Witch Hunt, a Slore. Once again, all of these three that I picked are very different from each other. This is a Slore and a heavy riff song. I love the melody that it has, but it really has a heavy riff, slower down pace to it. The chorus really gives you something different. The chorus really mixes mixed with the guitar, really gives the song a very sinister vibe. This song almost feels like belongs into an 80s cheesy horror movie. It has that vibe from the 80s, but it has a horror, sinister, dark undertone to it, specifically in the chorus. The melody of the guitar in the chorus with Zach's voice in the chorus, the combination of the two really give the song a sense of darkness and danger and being sinister. I like that. Once again, another old school style song, but very different from the previous two that I mentioned. This one is a lot more melodic, a lot more heavy, a lot more drawn out, a lot slower in pace. But what it loses in speed, it picks up in heaviness of the guitar riff. Perhaps one of my second favorite song of the album. I can't get enough of this Witch Hunt. It also has a very catchy chorus, a very hooky chorus that it's contagious. The moment you listen to this song, those choruses sticks to your head. It's going to be impossible for you to listen to this song and not start singing that chorus line over and over again, even after you walk away from the song. Really hooky, amazing chorus. Alright guys, this is it for me. Skullfist, Way of the Road, out October 26th on Noise Art Records. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the record, if you had a chance to listen to some of the singles, or if you had a chance to listen to the record. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be reading those comments and getting back to you. Take care, guys.